Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, Shanya Kabad, Akadwala Rekwab, Zaquanim Nawa, Wa Shalayakim Nawa. That's the belongings to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, Wa Barakim Labakaryim, Shalyasharala. And that's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. I was just doing a little bit of meditating, and I wanted to bring out 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 16 through 18 to start off this lesson, because sometimes it can seem like the trials and tribulations that you're going through is lasting a long time. And even just a righteous question that we sometimes ask is, just how long, O Lord? Referring to his coming back and taking down Esau, Edom, and establishing righteousness on earth. And of course, we know that the prophecies are not tarrying, but sometimes it gets to you. You're in the flesh. And so I wanted to bring this out just to add some comfort and exhortation to any of the hopeful elect out there that may need to hear this. The things that we're going through, it's temporary. It's for the moment. And furthermore, you're not the only one. These same things, trials, tribulations are accomplished in your fellow Israelite brethren or sister in this truth. And so we're going to start reading here, and maybe Lord's will, we jump to that precept next. So 2 Corinthians 4 verse 16 says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day," meaning our spirit is consistently or constantly, I should say, being made alive, being quickened. It's being renewed by this word, right? "For our light affliction," and this is the point, "which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Now over here in the NLT is where you see I got the video title from. "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long." That's what we have to keep in mind. All the troubles, meaning all the annoying little things, the depression, the anxiety that you go through, the different aches and pains in your body that you feel, the different headaches, whatever you get that's troubling you on a daily or weekly basis, or just every now and then, it's just something that's here for the present time. And it won't last very long. It's not. When you consider the fact that we're living in the end days for a 100% fact, Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. The micro CHIP is being talked about damn near on a weekly basis. Different companies coming out with new technology surrounding that charagma. I mean, we are truly living in the very, very last days. And we have to always remember that, because it should keep you on fire. It should keep you motivated. And it should help you to remember, or I should say, should help you to get past these short-term troublesome times that you're going through. So verse 17, once again, "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long. Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever." Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. We got to keep that in mind too. That should allow us to keep moving forward with fervency, if that's a word, in this ministry. So for that, I'm going to jump over here to the book of 2 Ezra 8, and then we'll jump back. Starting at verse 50 through 54, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that are in the latter time, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So we're living in the latter time right now, right? But check this out, verse 51. "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom." That whole entire verse is just talking about salvation. It represents no more crying. It represents no more trials and tribulations. It represents no more weeping, no more sad times, no more evil times, bad things happening unto you. Nothing. The kingdom of heaven is being prepared for us right now as I speak, right now as you listen to this video. Remember, Yahweh Shai said it himself that he goes to prepare a place for us. Got to keep these things in mind, because the present troubles that we're dealing with is not to be compared. And it's only but for a short time. It's temporary. Verse 53, the root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Right. We're not worried about death. We found life through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I should say. This word does what? It quickens us. It makes us alive. So yeah, our outward man may perish, but our inward man is being renewed. Our spirit is rejoicing each and every single day, knowing that every single day that we get up and we go to work and we perform the same monotonous routine over and over again, well, that's also one more day down, which is one more day closer to the kingdom of heaven. Verse 54 says, sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. And we can't wait for that. That's when the second covenant is fully manifested. It's going to be established when we're in those chariots, Lord's will, if we're a part of that number. And we won't ever go off ever again. Sin is going to be passed away. It's going to be a thing in the past, for the Israelites at least. And we're not going to worry about death. Nothing. You see, this is the promise that we have opened up for us. This is the promise that has been told to us, our forefathers, and passed down to us, I should say. So we have to bear that and keep it in mind. And jumping over, I'm going to read verse 17 one more time in the NLT, and then I'll read verse 18. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 17. For our present troubles are small and won't last very long. Jake. For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. We may not be able to physically see them, but spiritually we do. We have that vision. We're able to close our eyes and see afar off. We dive into these scriptures. We read chapters like Isaiah 60 that tell us about how the kingdom is going to be established. And that gives us a picture in our head to where we can illustrate it, vocalize these things, ponder on them, and it inspires us to keep moving forward in this faith. So we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. Those things, those spiritual things, the kingdom of heaven, right? For the things we see now will soon be gone. And that goes with all the trials and tribulations that you're going through as well. Any kind of despair, whatever it may be. But the things we cannot see will last forever, eternal, right? And that sounds like this. I'm just going to keep clicking, Salakia. That's what this sounds like. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 9. Let me just get out of the NLT. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 9, it says, but as it is written, eye hath not seen, meaning EYE, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man, meaning the mind of man, the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. Keep these things in mind as you're going through these short-term, temporary trials, temporary problems, temporary bad times. It's just for the moment. And it will pass very, very soon. Remember, even Paul said he learned to be abased and abound. Meaning sometimes you're going to have highs and lows in this ministry. That's just how it goes. That's a part of being in this truth, right? But from it, you learn the salakia. What is it? The peaceable fruits of righteousness. There we go. Hebrews 12. Now I did say that I wanted to grab this precept, so I will get it. I think it's First Peter. Verses 8 and 9. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. We're all going through the same things at the end of the day. You may have that one outlier, but it's pretty rare. Not only are we all going through the same things, but we're all striving for that same penny, which is the kingdom of heaven. We'll grab one last precept, and then we'll close out. This is Luke 18, verses 7 and 8. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? See, that's just how it seems, but these prophecies are coming to pass quickly. Verse 8, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. So the Lord is coming quickly. Remember, 2 Ezra 2, verse 13. It says that the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. Meaning watch for these prophecies, because the Lord will avenge us speedily. It says, nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth? And he will. That's a rhetorical question. But you have to ask yourself, is it going to be found in you? At his return, will faith be found in you? You should be saying, I sure hope so. Because that's my mentality. And we have to constantly pray to the Lord that he adds unto our faith. The disciples did that. We can ask the same thing. Ask for more faith, more fear, wisdom, more spiritual gifts to keep us strong in that day, because that's really all that matters. So that's the point, though. I just wanted to make that video. I pray that this was edifying to the elect. Call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.